If you want to be the best, you gotta take out the best.
Hello everyone. In this video, you'll hear a full recap of the film Never Back Down. Enjoy watching. During an intense football match, Jake Tyler got into a fight after another player mocked him about his father who had died recently in a drunk driving accident. Jake has anger issues and doesn't hold back, so he hit the rude guy and then got into a full-on brawl with the team. But Jake didn't care too much. His family was already moving to a new city. Jake's mom, Margot, was tired of his constant fighting and hoped a fresh start would help him. They were moving to Orlando so Jake's younger brother Charlie could attend a top tennis school. Jake would have to adjust to a new high school located next to a stadium. On his first day, he saw a student bullying someone else. Jake stepped in but got elbowed in the head. Apparently, the school had its own fight club and the students didn't welcome newcomers easily. A girl named Baha noticed Jake and started flirting with him. That evening, his mom reminded him how his old school led him to the police station 6 times. She hoped he'd calm down in this new place. The next day, a guy named Max introduced himself to Jake. Max already knew Jake got into a serious fight at his old school, and since fighting was popular here, Jake seemed like a perfect fit. A video of his old fight was already online and made him kind of famous. Baha invited Jake to a party, and his mood lifted. The party took place in a huge mansion filled with young people. It was time to meet the host, Ryan McCarthy. There were girls in bikinis everywhere, but the real action was out back. There, guys and girls were fighting on the grass in no-rules matches, and Ryan was in charge of it all. Suddenly, Ryan told Jake they'd be fighting next. Jake didn't want to and said he wasn't looking for a fight, but Ryan didn't care. Then Ryan kissed Baha, and that made Jake lose it. He tried to leave, but the others wouldn't let him go. Ryan taunted him by mentioning his dead dad, pushing Jake over the edge. He put on the gloves. Jake attacked first, but Ryan was trained. He took Jake down quickly. Jake got a few hits in, but Ryan used leg kicks and grapples that Jake didn't understand. Soon, Jake was on the ground. Ryan climbed on top and hit him several more times. Jake got up again but was knocked down hard. Max eventually helped Jake home, and everyone at school was talking about the fight. Jake spent the whole day in bed. That evening, Max visited again. He told Jake that Ryan had been training in karate since he was 4. Max brought a DVD with fight techniques and suggested Jake learn Muay Thai from his trainer, Jean Roqua. Jake thought it over and decided to visit Jean's gym. Right away, he asked to train with the advanced group. Jean pushed them hard, making them run from one station to another until Jake collapsed from exhaustion. And that was just the warm-up. Jean paired Jake with a small guy, but that little guy had serious skills. Jake was quickly defeated. He was behind in every technique. He couldn't block kicks, didn't know how to tap out of a submission, and didn't even know the rules. But Jake refused to give up. Jean liked Jake's spirit, but told him he must not fight outside the gym. Later, Baha came to apologize, but Jake refused to forgive her. He believed she used him just to entertain her boyfriend. The next day, Jake arrived at the gym an hour early and paid for 2 months of training. Jean began teaching him proper breathing and leg kicks. He demonstrated what a real kick felt like by smashing a punching bag across the room. Even though Baha was no longer with Ryan, she still hung out with Jake. He spent most of his time at the gym, while his mom was left cleaning up after work. She was upset that Jake didn't attend Charlie's tennis match. She also found out he withdrew money from his account. When she saw the gloves, she got angry and told Jake to stop fighting. In school, Jake and Baha argued during class. Later, she confronted Ryan, who had lied to her. He promised a light sparring match but tried to seriously hurt Jake. That made Baha break up with him. Ryan got angry and grabbed her arm roughly. Jake stepped in. Ryan called Jake weak, just like his father. At training, Jake was too aggressive. Jean warned him to stay in control, but Jake ignored him and attacked the coach. Jean punished Jake and sent him home. On his way out, Jake insulted Jean, calling him homeless. Later, Jake ran into 3 guys he didn't like and used his new skills to take them down. Max filmed the fight and posted it online. Jake became popular again, and Max claimed to be his coach. But Baha was disappointed in Jake, and Ryan wasn't happy either. He attacked Jake in the school bathroom and stepped on his throat. Then he invited Jake to an illegal underground tournament. Before leaving, he kicked Jake in the leg. At home, Max showed Jake a video of past tournaments. Ryan was already a 2-time champion. When Jake went to the gym, Jean turned him away. He had broken the rules by fighting outside. On the same day, Charlie came home with a black eye. Their mom blamed Jake and smashed a plate on the wall. But Charlie admitted he wasn't fighting. A tennis ball hit him during practice. Max refused to train without Jake and tried to get Gene to forgive him. They followed Gene to the store and Jake finally opened up. He admitted he came to the gym just to get revenge on Ryan. He talked about his anger, the trauma from his dad's death, and how he hurts his family. He said the gym was the only place where he could let out that rage. Gene understood and forgave him. Training became even harder. Jake had to learn to use his legs and build endurance. Max supported him through it all. Gene also shared his own story. His younger brother was a great fighter, and one night, Gene failed to protect him. His brother was shot after a bar fight, and Gene's father never forgave him. Jake began making peace with everyone. He went to Charlie's match and kissed Baja. Their mom visited the gym and saw how focused Jake was. Jean reassured her that kids leave the gym calmer than when they arrive. She paid for another month of training and asked John to go easy on Jake's teeth. Her insurance wasn't great. One night, Max got a text. The tournament was happening tomorrow. Ryan's dad didn't want him to fight, but Ryan wanted to win and prove he was the best. Rumors were spreading that Jake could beat Ryan. Ryan got to Max and tricked him into visiting his house. Then he beat Max brutally and left him injured outside Jake's home. Jake brought Max to the hospital. Furious, he decided to enter the tournament. Baja and Jean tried to stop him, but Jake said he had to finish this for himself. He promised to stay in control. At the tournament, the first fight began right away. 32 fighters were competing. Jake signed up and was immediately matched with Ryan, but due to a mix-up, Ryan fought someone else first and easily beat him. Jake's next fight was tough, but he won with a painful arm hold. Ryan fought a capoeira fighter next and knocked him out with a head kick. Jake's following opponent caught him in a hold, but Jake escaped and won with a submission. Ryan then faced a strong Asian fighter who nearly beat him with a chokehold. Now there were only 8 fighters left. Jake's ribs were hurting, but he didn't quit. He iced his injuries in the locker room and said he could keep going. In the semi-final, Ryan brutally injured his opponent's eye and was disqualified. Jake, hearing that Ryan was out, immediately forfeited. The crowd booed, but Jake didn't care. He hadn't come to win a trophy. But outside, Ryan attacked him in the parking lot. Their fight drew more attention than the tournament final. Everyone ran out to watch. Ryan had the upper hand at first, but Jake kept targeting his ribs. Ryan tried a guillotine choke, but flashbacks of his father kept Jake going. He broke free and used all the techniques Gene had taught him. In the end, Jake knocked Ryan out cold. Ryan, finally respecting Jake, nodded at him. Jake convinced Gene to fly back to Brazil and reunite with his family after 7 years.